Docks Marine opens 7 days a week from 8 to 5. Sales, rental, service, all in one place. It's at Docks Marine, 5803 Eichard Ridge Road.
With your look at local sports from across the Hickory Metro, I'm Jason Savage for WHKY News. We begin by talking about last night. High school volleyball action, all sweeps and all non-conference matchups. Bunker Hill over Freedom 3-0. Maiden defeats Lincoln Charter 3-0. Alexander Central fell at home to North Lincoln 3-0. Patton winning over West Lincoln 3-0. St. Stephen's falls to Watauga 3-0. Again, all sweeps last night. High school boys soccer action from last night. All non-conference matchups. Hickory over Freedom 4-2. St. Stephen's fell to Lincoln Charter by the final of 2-1. Patton defeats Newton Conover in a battle of heavyweights. Chippy affair, but Patton wins 2-1. South Caldwell downs Bunker Hill 2-1. West Caldwell gets by High Brighton in another big matchup 1-0. Well, we've talked about high school sports for the last, week and a half, 2 weeks now? Tomorrow night, high school football returns. Varsity action tomorrow night will include a non-conference action. Alexander Central will be at home against Statesville. Bandies will be traveling to St. Stephen's. Drawn is at home against Hunter Huss. That should be an interesting matchup. East Burke will host Christ School out of Arden. Frenty Ford is at home. They're hosting Maiden. Freedom will be at home against Bunker Hill. Should be a good matchup there. Newton Conover will be on the road taking on West Henderson. South Caldwell is at West Caldwell. And as you see, tomorrow, WHKY Radio will have coverage of the Hickory High Red Tornadoes as they begin defense of their state 3A title when they take on High Brighton on the road tomorrow night. Our airtime tomorrow is at 7 o'clock. Myself and Mark Seaman will have the call from Jeff Story Stadium in Lenoir, again, as Hickory takes on High Brighton. That's on WHKY Radio, 1290 AM, 102.3 FM, and online at WHKY.com. Let's talk some Lenoir-Rhyne news now. The Lenoir-Rhyne women and men's cross-country teams have had their South Atlantic Conference preseason polls announced. The women are expected to finish third and the men fourth, according to the South Atlantic Conference coaches, as voted on by those coaches. Now, the Bears will kick off their season on Friday, September the 6th at the Virginia Tech Invitational. Keeping with Lenoir-Rhyne news, Lenoir-Rhyne Athletics has officially announced the Bears Champions Collective as their preferred NIL collective of Lenoir-Rhyne Athletics. Now, alum and former student athlete John Moretz is serving as the chair of this Bears Champions Collective as Lenoir-Rhyne delves into the world of NIL, name, image, and likeness. Moving to Appalachian State football news now, the watch list for the Reese's Senior Bowl will include 4 Appalachian State standouts: quarterback Joey Aguilar, receiver Caden Robinson, tight end Eli Wilson, and kicker Michael Hughes. Now, this year's Senior Bowl staff will be comprised of 11 regional scouts with over 200 years of NFL experience. And finally, the Hickory Crawdads doubled up the Bowling Green Hot Rods last night by the final score of 8-4 at LP Franz Stadium. With the win, the Dads improved their record to 26-24 on the second half of the season, 54-62 overall. Entertaining game last night at LP Franz Stadium. Hickory will be at home taking on Bowling Green the remainder of this week and into the weekend at LP Franz Stadium. This is the penultimate series for the Crawdads at home. Next week they'll go on the road and they'll wrap up the series at home the following week. Now, as always, we will keep you updated with all the local news and sports by visiting our website at WHKY.com.